Manchester United's next big wonder kid, JJ Gabrielle, impresses again after scoring against Liverpool's under 18s, absolutely balling it out with a fantastic goal as Manchester United have beaten Liverpool 7-0. Manchester United's under 18s 7, Liverpool 0. JJ Gabrielle with a hat-trick, but one of his goals was absolutely fantastic. So at least we got our 7-0 revenge on Liverpool. We're going to talk about a new DM signing arriving at Manchester United. Christian Orozco is on a plane. He's heading over to United. What's been said about him? I mean, some people think he could even go right into the first team. I think that's a bit of a jump. We're going to talk about Girassi, his release clause. Man United could trigger that if they're looking for a striker in the January window. And rumours of Xerxes' departure. Girassi could be the replacement. Reports coming in that Manchester United have made an offer for Antoine Semenyo. We're going to talk about that, and we'll talk about what's been said on Semenyo and United. Could we be about to sign him? We've got a friendly versus Arsenal coming up. We'll talk about that, who's like to play. Lissandro Martinez, more updates on his return, and news on Joao Gomes to Manchester United. So, hello, and welcome back to Alice Talks Football, and welcome back to your 10-minute Manchester United news, transfer news, and update roundup show, where I'm going to round up all the latest Manchester United news in 10 minutes for you guys. I think it's only right we start this video by talking about the man in form, JJ Gabrielle. 10 goals in 9 starts at under 18s level. Remember, he's just turned 15. He's playing with people 3 years older than him. He got a hat-trick today versus Liverpool, which is absolutely nuts. And he went and did the Isaac celebration as well. But his first goal versus Liverpool was an incredible solo goal. Licha, who he signed from Crystal Palace last year, had a very good game, winning the penalty that Jim Thwaite put away and being heavily involved in the build-up to his goal and then finishing his goal off. But Man United basically ran riot in the second half. And why I'm talking about this is because a report came out today that Ruben Amorim has included JJ Gabrielle in first team training ahead of the weekend. Gabriel, who only turned 15 in October, continues to perform well and beyond his years. And well, he absolutely is. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh my God, we should play JJ Gabrielle in the first team. Is JJ Gabrielle going to make a debut this season? He can't. Because he's turned 15 this season, he can't play until the season that he would turn 16. It'll be like Max Dowman couldn't play in the league last year. Max Dowman is playing this year. JJ Gabrielle cannot make his debut until next season in the Premier League. I don't know about the FA Cup and the other competitions, but I know in the Premier League, he has to wait till next season to make his debut. I think there's some certain rules about it, so we won't be seeing JJ Gabrielle in the Premier League, and I have no issue with that. We don't want to rush him in. He's still so young. He's still only 15. We've got Shea Lacey that's 18. If anyone's going to make their debut, it's going to be Shea Lacey that's 18. But we have such good academy kids. And we talk about the likes of Seka Konen, Enzo Canabiak, and Diego Leon that comes in to add to the likes of Amash, Shea Lacey, JJ Gabrielle. But we've signed an elite level DM who's actually now on his way to Man United, which I think is so exciting for the academy and maybe first team. So Christian Orozco has posted this on Instagram, on way to dream. Romano said he's on his way to England to complete his move. He's travelling with lead scout Giuseppe Antone. I'm not going to try and pronounce that in case I butcher it. But he's on his way to Manchester United right now. Now, Christian Orozco is a young defensive midfield signing. He's 17 years of age and he's absolutely balling it out for his age. Now, we talked about Man United bringing in obviously a new scout and person to work with, Jason Wilcox. Man United are on the mission to find the next Moises Caicedo. And maybe Manchester United have already found the next Moises Caicedo. You know, we don't want to rush him in. We don't want to put too much expectations on the kid. But let me show you what's been said about him. So he's been praised. He said, this is on Orozco, he not only leads with the ball, but also with his attitude. The rhythm of the game flows through him. He's the first to press the opponent and understands the game, knowing when to play short, when to play long. He has excellent ball control, helps the team build from back to front, and is adept at recovering well. He's basically been praised for being a 17-year-old that is so intelligent, that reads the game so well, that has such a good attitude, that knows exactly what to do and where to be. Someone that can dictate the game on the ball, break the lines of his passing, short passes, long passes. Someone that is so key on the ball, someone that can read the game well, but also someone that can press and do the off-the-ball and defensive and ball recovery work when needed, which is exactly what we need in midfielder. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to come in and walk into our starting 11 and be prime Moises Caicedo. I think that would be nuts to expect a 17-year-old to do that at Manchester Manchester United. I'm not expecting that in the slightest. But what I'm saying is having hit Sekou Kone, being able to push the likes of hopefully Elliot Anderson and whoever we have in the midfield next season is quite exciting. Imagine you have Elliot Anderson, Joao Gomes, Maino and Bruno, and then you also have potentially a Rosica and Kone that could push those midfield spots. I think that would be really exciting. You look at Chelsea with Santos that can now push Caicedo and how good Santos is. Asugo, who can now push there as well. Chelsea have got some of the best youngsters, and that's what United are looking out to do. They want to find the next Moises Caicedo. They missed out on him in the past. They don't want to miss out on him again. Now let's dive into some transfer news. So it's come out from credible sources in Germany that Girassi has a release clause of 50 million euros, which is about 42 million pounds, and it's valid for 7 clubs, which include Manchester United. Now, this season, he's got 9 goals and 4 assists in 17 games. Okay stats, nothing special, but he's 29, he's a proven striker, he's been scoring goals over the last few seasons, and he is more of an out-and-out 9. I like Joshua Zirkzee. Joshua Zirkzee needs to run games to get going. We haven't seen Joshua Zirkzee yet this season. However, Joshua Zirkzee is not liked by Ruben Amorim. It's not what Ruben Amorim wants, and Joshua Zirkzee is open to moving to Roma. Potentially, if we get 35 million from Roma for Joshua Zirkzee, Man United could potentially look at someone like Girassi to come in and replace Zirkzee with. However, I'm not that fussed. I like Zirkzee. I'd love Zirkzee to make it work. I don't know if he is. I think he could go out on loan. I think Girassi is proven, but I don't want to spend 42 million on a 29-year-old. Personally, I think we do need a striker that is an older age range. But if we're bringing in a striker of an older age, I want them to be a bigger name than Girassi, like Harry Kane. Do you know what I mean? Look, if United do it, I'm not going to be mad. But personally, I'm not that bothered about spending 42 million on him in January. I think there could be better options. Also, we've got Seska, we've got Cunha that can play up top. We're not in a rush to bring in a striker if Zirkzee did go out on loan because they both can play up top, and maybe we can wait till the summer. But let me know your thoughts down below. But I probably wouldn't do that deal. But I do like the player, and I do understand that Amorim might prefer him to someone like Zirkzee, but I don't think it's worth that kind of money right now. I think when we could have got him 2 years ago for about 16 mil, that would have been the bargain. Man United have made a move for Semenyo and are presenting a contract offer to his agent. So reports are coming out that Manchester United have made the first offer for Antoine Semenyo. Well, this has come out from IndyCar. Now, I don't think they're the best source of information, but every now and then they break something and they get it right. I don't know if it's a lucky guess. I don't know if they do get information, but they put out information that's not true, but then they often put out information that is true and gets confirmed by tier 1 journalists later on. So they're very hit and miss with what to believe. But apparently we've made the first offer for Semenyo. There is talks that United would make an offer for Semenyo because they liked him, but who knows? However, David Ornstein said this 2 days ago, that while United have interest in Semenyo and retain that interest in Semenyo, it's unclear if they will make a bid. Now, maybe we have made a bid, and if we have made a bid, we will get an update in the next 24 hours from Ornstein or Romano. Maybe we had made an offer to Semenyo. Maybe we have made a move for Semenyo. We made a move for Semenyo in the summer. We presented Semenyo an offer in the summer. Have we done it again ahead of the January window? I'm not sure. David Ornstein said it's unclear if we're going to make that move, but he said that 2 days ago. It'll be interesting to see if Man United actually have moved ahead and made an offer for Semenyo in January, but I'm not sure. Let me know your thoughts down below, but I'd love it if we did. Talking of minutes, Man United and Arsenal are going to have a behind closed door friendly at St George's Park. It's mostly for some of the young players, but I'm assuming people like Licha will play, Gabriel Jesus will play, people recovering from obviously injuries, maybe someone like Maino who hasn't had loads of minutes. Apparently it's a game to give the youth minutes, but also a few of the injured players and some of the players that haven't had maybe the minutes that they've wanted this season to freshen up. Continuing on Lisandro Martinez, he's on the bench because he is ready, but we can't just throw him in and have to manage his minutes. Lisandro Martinez will be ready for a 15-minute cameo, then a 20-minute cameo, then a 30-minute cameo, then a second half, then another second half, then maybe a start. It's going to take at least probably another month until he's at least ready to start. He needs to have those cameos to warm up, and I'm glad that we're not rushing him back. And then last but not least, Joao Gomes is very keen on a move to Man United. He is a name under consideration as an opportunity, but not priority. He's not in the same category as the Andersons and Belabers. We touched upon this the other day. Joao Gomes wants Man United. United are looking at Joao Gomes because he could be available in January and he could be an opportunity. But the priority is Elliot Anderson. The second priority is Belabor. We can't do that until the summer. So if we can get a midfielder in January and go and do Anderson in the summer, that's what we will look to do. Thank you for watching today's 10-minute roundup. See you next time. Bye.